So, my friends, without further ado, let's get started. And today, one of the Russian officers who switched sides to join the Ukrainian forces revealed the price they pay for success on the front lines. According to him, those who refused to obey orders or opposed in any way were tied to trees or thrown into pits by their own command. You might think this is all staged or propaganda, but this is not the first time such information has surfaced. It seems that the Russians struggle with defense or advancing because they simply don't understand why they should go forward and seize somewhere else left. But before we continue, I kindly ask you to share this video on social media and watch it until the end. It will greatly help promote my channel. Thank you. And let's start right away with the Zaporizhia direction. This situation here remains difficult. Despite the occupiers' actions, they managed to temporarily halt their counteroffensive and their plan partly worked. However, the Ukrainian forces are not retreating and continue fighting in the Verbowe and Novoprokopivka areas. All attacks are carried out at the tactical level. So far, there haven't been any major assaults with a large number of armored vehicles and dozens of tanks. There is a systematic destruction of the enemy and gradual advancement. Meanwhile, the occupiers, in addition to periodic attempts to attack from the flanks, shall liberated settlements and actively conduct drone reconnaissance to target military objectives and slow down the counteroffensive. There have been no changes along the front line in the past day. In the Vuhledar direction, Russian activity continues. They continue to advance from Priyutne to Novodarivka and intensively shell Staromayorsky and Urozhaine. These populated areas are already completely devastated. There is nowhere to establish a proper defense, but the attacks persist. In the direction of Kherson, shelling continues, but there is no movement along the front line as before. Videos of the morning shelling of the city have already appeared online.
Где-то без 10, без 15, 4 прилетело вот сюда. Я что тут искры в разные стороны. Потом я выскочила, смотрю, пламя. Стало все гореть. Только успела, собачку отвязала, а сама с документами. Я даже, вот видите, не одета толком. Напугалась, у меня ласточка.
Вилітало там, на третьому поверсі вилетіли вікна. Хвилин 25-ї другий прильот. Це все внутрі. Знаходилася в кімнаті на другому поверсі. Ось моя кімната.
In the Bakhmut direction, battles for Klishchiivka continue. While the Ukrainian forces already control the remnants of this village, the occupiers continue to throw all possible reserves to retake this territory. However, they clearly lack support, and even if one group breaks through, the other cannot, and the Ukrainian forces destroy them. This situation is happening both in Andriivka and Klishchiivka. Therefore, everything the occupiers achieve in this direction is only causing them losses. The front line remains unchanged over the past day, which is a significant achievement for the Ukrainian forces. As it seems, the occupiers have even started advancing toward New York, hoping to find fewer Ukrainian armed forces union there and break through to divert attention to this direction. But even here, they have had no success over the past day, and all attacks are repelled. In the Avdiivka direction, the occupiers are not giving up on their attempts to encircle Avdiivka. Attacks are ongoing on the outskirts of the city and in Stepovem. However, while previously the corridor for the Ukrainian armed forces to Avdiivka was only 6 kilometers wide, today it is 10.5 kilometers. The Ukrainian armed forces have successfully pushed back the front line, and the occupiers can no longer regain control of this territory, which suggests that the occupiers lack the resources for a complete encirclement and capture of the city. The Ukrainian armed forces have the advantage here as well, and the occupiers continue to suffer losses without making significant progress. In Mariia, attacks occur daily, and the Ukrainian armed forces use cluster munitions to shell them. The occupiers suffer losses and, if possible, retreat several times a day. In the Lugansk direction, the situation remains unchanged with only shelling ongoing. Everyone is waiting for Russian attacks, but for now there is maximum calm, which could indicate that the Russians are preparing for a large-scale breakthrough. Meanwhile, on October 1st, due to an attack on the Smolensk aviation plant, the production process of various modifications of Ha-59 missile was disrupted. This information was confirmed by the press service of the main intelligence directorate of Ukraine. According to confirmed data, 3 out of 4 drones hit the target, causing significant damage for the military enterprise of the aggressor state. The Ha-59 missile in the Ha-59 Mk2 modification is an air-to-surface missile with a range of up to 280 kilometers, and it is one of the types most frequently used by the Russian aerospace forces to shell military and civilian objects of Ukraine. So today, the entire internet is mocking billionaire Elon Musk, who once again angered the online community with his comments about Ukraine. In a social media post, the Tesla founder, who thwarted a drone attack on the Russian Black Sea fleet in Crimea, shared a meme depicting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as a beggar who consistently asks for help from the United States. Musk's post drew immediate reaction, and it gave rise to a plethora of memes directed at him. Commenters reminded Musk that Zelensky seeks help to protect his people from violence and death, while Musk himself benefits from substantial subsidies in his own country. Musk's wealth continues to grow, and he advances his own business while Zelensky is engaged in a struggle against an aggressor country. Returning to the topic of thwarting the drone attack. If you are not aware, here is some background. On September 7, CNN, which obtained an excerpt from Elon Musk's biography written by American journalist and writer Walter Isaacson, reported that in 2022, Musk allegedly secretly ordered the shutdown of Starlink communication near the coast of Crimea to thwart a Ukrainian attack on the Russian naval fleet in Sevastopol.
Yeah, Phil, so this is an excerpt of a biography written by Walter Isaacson that was obtained by my colleague Sean Lingus, and it really provides a new window into Elon Musk's thinking about Starlink's role in the war in Ukraine. Now, as you said, according to this biography, Musk did, in fact, order his engineers to turn off Starlink satellite communications for the Ukrainians when they were trying and planning to launch a sneak attack on Russia's naval fleet around Crimea. According to the biography, that was because he had spoken spoken to Russian officials, and he believed that doing so could prompt a response by Russia that was akin to a, quote, mini Pearl Harbor, and that Russia might actually respond by using nuclear weapons. And it also kind of delves into his ambivalence about using Starlink in a war setting writ large. He said, quote, "How am I in this war? Starlink was not meant to be involved in wars. It was so people can watch Netflix and chill and get online for school and do good, peaceful things, not drone strikes." Now, according to this excerpt, Ukrainian officials begged him to turn the satellites back on, and he actually had a conversation with National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, as well as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, about the anxieties that Washington had about Starlink's power and, of course, how he was kind of turning it off and on. But really, this just underscores how powerful Starlink is and how important Elon Musk and his services are to the U.S. government and the Ukrainian government.
Elon Musk has responded to a report that he allegedly secretly ordered the shutdown of Starlink communication near the coast of Crimea to thwart a Ukrainian attack on the Russian naval fleet in Sevastopol. The billionaire stated that he didn't deactivate Starlink satellite communication for drones, but simply declined to activate it via at Ukraine's request. He made this statement on his social media platform X, Twitter, in response to the reports. The Starlink terminals in question were not turned on. SpaceX did nothing to deactivate them, Musk wrote. He further emphasized, if I had, it would be very unwise for SpaceX to directly participate in a major act of war and escalation of conflict. Crazy. And that's all from me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.